I am currently in a legal battle with Hugo Boss, and my attorney has given me the green light to talk about it, so let's unpack it. I own a PR company, creative agency, and branding agency called Hype Boss. When I started the company, I filed for trademarks. Our trademark was approved, the mark was approved, and the word is still pending. And Hugo Boss almost immediately started coming for me for the name. They feel that they own the word boss. So if you start a business that has the word boss in it, it is more than likely that they're going to come for you. Bossy Cosmetics, Cheer Boss. There are tons of examples. Boss Brewing. There are tons of examples of companies that have the word boss in it. And here's what happens. Their corporate attorneys go out and they find companies that use the word boss in the capacity of like what that word means, which is a manager, an owner, a boss. Like the name of my company is Hype Boss, boss of your hype. It's a PR company, a creative agency, marketing company, and it is the boss of your hype. But what they're protecting is the word boss. And fun fact, I was raised in Germany, so I actually knew this like immediately when they started coming for me. But like quick internet search, who was Hugo Boss? Let's find out. The founder of Hugo Boss was a Nazi to the very end. If you know anything about history, you know that SS uniforms during World War II were designed by Hugo Boss. You know that Hugo Boss was a Nazi, a full-on Nazi. And this is coming from someone, I was raised in Germany. I'm very, very German, and everyone knows this. So what they're protecting, the word boss, that's actually someone's name. Like I'm using it in the capacity of Hype Boss, like in the definition of boss, meaning a boss. They're protecting this person's name by coming for small businesses like mine, like Bossy Cosmetics, like Boss Cheerleading, like Brew Boss. They file lawsuits against companies like mine to protect this historically significant Nazi's last name. So what Hugo Boss does is when a company is started and it has the word boss, it triggers something in their corporate counsel's little database, and they start firing off letters, cease and desist letters. They start coming for you. And Bossy Cosmetics is a good example of this. She's had an incredible business for years. She's been fighting them for years. Brew Boss was another one, or Boss Brewing was another one. Boss Cheerleading actually folded. They went through thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in legal fees, and they ended up having to change their name. And Hugo Boss is still coming for them for a variety of reasons. And they claim to own the word boss. And I'm sorry, but the word boss is kind of a boss word, and people use it a lot. And again, the way my company, Hype Boss, uses it, I'm not naming my company Hype Boss after the freaking Nazi that you guys are named after, Hugo Boss. And here's the thing that should piss you off. This is widely known. I luckily have an incredible trademark attorney who's like patents, trademarks, the whole thing. Like she's a freaking animal. And this has struck a nerve with her. So that's like, bet, we'll do this all day long. And she happens to be an animal. Her name's Patty Flanagan. She's the Shuts. She's absolutely amazing. Bossy Cosmetics too. She's not backing down off of this. Here's the thing with these companies. They come after small businesses to protect their intellectual property, and they hope that you'll fold based on the mounting legal fees involved. And as a creative agency and a company that does branding, marketing, PR, I know what it takes for a small business to brand themselves and to market themselves. It is not cheap. Even to just order new business cards is a couple $100s. If you have to go and change your name, like that's garbage. But what happens is these companies get bullied into doing that by companies like Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is notorious for doing this. The word boss is such a powerful, it's such a great word. Like I love that word. I don't know, you tell me, I love that word. Don't love that Hugo Boss was a Nazi. Like that's disgusting. And the fact that they're defending that, like they should change their name. Full stop. They should change their name. Hugo Boss was a disgusting, vile human. I digress. The exhaustion of it, even if you have an attorney who would defend it, it's the mental lift of having a lawsuit out there that's just kind of hanging over your head. Well, luckily, I have owned a real estate company for the past 10 years. I am no stranger to lawsuits. I'm no stranger to a legal battle, and they are going to have to pry Hype Boss from my cold. So yeah, that's what I have going on. And here's the kicker with this is that they were supposed to respond to something. I don't even know. My attorney's dealing with this, but they were supposed to respond to something and they didn't even meet their deadline. So like they fire off these legal filings, and then their counsel doesn't even bother to adhere to the deadlines that are like outlined. It's just absolutely bananas, but they obviously hope that the small business will cave, and I'm not going anywhere. So any hoops. If you have anything that says Hugo Boss on it, know that the word boss that's on your shirt, and Hugo Boss was a full body, full red-blooded Nazi. And they actively and aggressively fight tooth and nail to protect that hero's name.